Hey everybody. Well, I think I finally got myself convinced it's high time to get my project car out of the garage, back on its own four wheels, and back on the road again. So let's take a look at what I've got here. It's a 2000 Chevy Malibu. I've called it Project Silver Bullet for obvious reasons. Under all the dust and cat paw prints is a silver-ish car. So let me give you a little background history about this Malibu. Um, a few years ago, a buddy of mine that's owned quite a few of the cars that have been on my videos found a 2000 Malibu, and he traded another vehicle for it. I don't remember what. Had a blown head gasket when he got it, and put it on the road. I drove it. He drove it. Nice car. Shortly thereafter, and I mean literally within just a few months of getting the 2000 up and going, he found an '01 with slightly less miles with the exact same problem as the 2000, blown head gasket. So he bought it and fixed it and got it on the road, and then he had two Malibus, 2000, 2001. At that time, my mom's car, an Escort LX, early 90s, was giving her far more problems than the car was worth, and I was putting too much money and effort into it to keep it on the road for her. So I bought the 2000 Malibu for $1,500, and it's still on the road today. So after driving the 2000 and driving the 2001, I liked the Malibus. I kind of like the way they handle and ride, and the mileage ain't bad, and I kind of like the car. So I told my buddy that if he found another 2000, 2001 or so Malibu with the same issue at a reasonable price, to give me a call and let me know. Well, within literally 2 weeks, he found this. And it's 2000. It does have a little bit of issues with it. It had a little bit of front end damage on it. Nothing too significant. And of course, it had a blown head gasket. So I went down to take a look at this car, and it started, ran, was able to drive. It just couldn't be driven out on the road. Had a very pronounced mess in two cylinders. So I made him an offer on the car. Didn't pay him what he wanted, but I made an offer and bought the car. Well, about 2 months later, my income taxes come in, and I bought all the parts I needed to fix the engine. And see if the hood is unlatched here. It should be. There we go. Oop. Okay, so there's the engine. It's all together. It does have a few things that still need to be done to it yet. Needed to, forget there's a hose here somewhere that's not attached quite right. But I need to fix that. But right around the time I was going to put the final touches on it, get a battery for it. That one's no good. That's completely, totally, and utterly dead. Won't even take a charge. Won't even try. That's when I lost my job, is when I was just fixing to get the car running, and I know it runs. I've already started it for like 30 seconds after the repair to make sure, and I haven't done anything with it since. I lost my job and simply didn't have the money to do anything with it. During the course of my being out of work, I had to liquidate all my projects. If you've watched my videos, you know I've sold quite a few cars just to keep a roof over my head and so on and so forth. And that really did suck. But in any event, this was the one final project that I held out. Held out for as long as I could to keep from liquidating it, because, well, I didn't want to. Didn't want to liquidate it. I wanted to get her on the road. Well, I'm working again, and finally got to the point where I had a little extra money, and so I've got some oil and filter, antifreeze, borrowed battery, because batteries have gone extraordinarily and ridiculously high since I first got my driver's license, but that's a different video altogether. And going to be draining all the old oil out of it. It still had a little bit of moisture in there from when the head gasket blew. Going to get all that out of the engine and get some fluids in it, and I'm gonna get the car back on the road. So anyway, there's Project Silver Bullet, and I'm gonna get this thing running, and as soon as I get enough money to tag it, I'm gonna tag it. See, there was something I had to replace on the front end of this car, which I already did. Oh, that bag piece that goes under the hood there over the top of the grill. I had to replace. That. Something like that. Anyway, so still need to have some body work done on it. Grill's not in there. It's just sitting there. It's not attached. So, but we'll get Project Silver Bullet running here as soon as I can, and we'll get a first start on it. The total time that this car's been sitting here without running is almost 2 years now, since just before I lost my job. So anyway, there she be, 2000 Malibu, just begging to be put on the road, and I'm dying to drive this car. Really am. Take it out, give it a bath. Still got all the crap written on the windshield. Firm as is. Will start and run. Needs head gasket. Well, it most definitely did. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. And as soon as I get the fluids in it and get a battery in it, see if that battery there actually has a charge and holds a charge, we'll get it started and get it out of here. Alright, talk to you later.